Hi students, welcome to Easy Chemistry by Pathan, and today we are going to explain inorganic chemistry, that is P block elements. In that group 15 elements, nitrogen family we are going to discuss. And what here I am going to explain to you means today I am going to explain trends in physical properties. First, what is meant by P block elements? P block elements nothing but the elements in which last electron, this is we are calling differentiating electron, enters into last electron enters into p subshell is called p block elements. The last electron is in p orbital, that is p block elements. If the last electron is in s orbital, s block, d orbital, d block, like that. So what is meant by p block elements? These are the elements in which last electron, that is last entering electron, that is we are calling differentiating electron, enters into p subshell called as p block elements. P block having total 6 groups. Today I am going to explain group 15. That is group 15 we are calling as nitrogen family. Who are the family members of nitrogen family? Means nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. It is the starting element of nitrogen. That's why we are calling nitrogen family. See here, nitrogen you know very well. Phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, Latin names TBM. That's why SB we written. Bi bismuth. And this family, another name well known as nicogens. Somewhere it is called as picogens also, no problem. What is the meaning for nicogens? Means causing suffocation. Suffocation means difficult to breathe. Means these elements forming some compounds which are having some poisonous nature. Suffocation means difficult to breathe. So ammonia you have NH3. If you inhale ammonia, you are unable to get oxygen gas, and you have phosphine PH3, that is poisonous gas. So group 15 elements, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, called as nitrogen family. These are another name nicogens. Meaning for nicogens, suffocation. Suffocation means difficult to breathe. Now we are discussing the trends in physical properties. So first I am explaining physical properties of 15th group elements, how they are changed in group and period. So only physical properties I am going to explain to you. First, physical state. First property I am giving, physical state. So in which state, physical state, these elements are existing. These elements are existing. You know very well, nitrogen, N2, it is a gas. Nitrogen is a gas. Phosphorus, you know very well, it is a solid. And you know remaining, strontium, arsenic and bismuth. These are completely in solid form only. Solid form only. Only the gas we have here, nitrogen. This is the physical form. The second property I am taking here, nature. Nature of these group elements. You know very well, nitrogen, phosphorus are non-metals. Nitrogen, phosphorus are non-metals. Similarly, arsenic, antimony also we are discussing. These are metalloids. These are metalloids. And bismuth is the only metal completely in this family. Now you got the clarity. Nitrogen, phosphorus, non-metals, arsenic, antimony, metalloids, bismuth only, completely metal. Next we have the important property, atomicity. What is that? Atomicity. What is atomicity means? Number of atoms present in a molecule. Number of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. Atomicity of this group. Go for here, already you know very well. Nitrogen, diatomic. Atomicity is 2. Phosphorus, atomicity 4. Phosphorus atomicity 4. Arsenic, antimony. This also atomicity 4. And the bismuth we have monoatomic. Remember, monoatomic means that only atom, that only molecule. So nitrogen diatomic, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony tetraatomic. Generally we are calling polyatomic also. Bismuth only monoatomic. Bismuth only monoatomic. This is atomicity. So these will not change in group and period. Nature, physical state, atomicity. And some properties we have which are changed in group and period. Those we are going to discuss now. First property I am taking here, atomic size. Atomic and ionic. Atomic and ionic size. You know very well, in first PUC you learn group and period trends, how they are going to be changed. This is group property. Here we are discussing down the group, nitrogen to bismuth, general trend is atomic size increases. Atomic size increases because n value increases, means principal quantum number increases. That's why atomic size also increases. Principal quantum number increases, that's why atomic size also increases. So this is the trend, atomic size going to be increase. Down the group, atomic size going to be increase. This is the trend we are discussing. Down the group. In period, size decreasing. But If you go for ionic size, a little bit deviation is there. Means atomic radius also we can see. What is that means? You know already nitrogen, phosphorus and arsenic. Here next is Sb, stibbium. Next is bismuth. In atomic size what happened? Down the group increased. No deviation, no any disturbance. But here when you discuss ionic size, a trend, a little bit disturbance is there between arsenic and bismuth. Arsenic having more size than bismuth and stibbium less than. So arsenic having more little bit, stibbium and bismuth is greater. This you have to remember. Only ionic radius, arsenic and antimony, because of their molecular arrangement. That is atomic arrangement. Atomic arrangement. Clear? And the main reason is why atomic size or ionic size going to be increased means when principal quantum number increasing, atomic size increasing. Clear? But nitrogen to phosphorus, atomic size increasing is very high. When compare other elements, nitrogen to phosphorus, atomic size increasing is very high. What is the reason means? Due to shielding effect of S and p electrons. So due to this shielding effect, and here in nitrogen and in phosphorus, S and p electrons are very close to the nucleus. This due to this shielding effect, nitrogen to phosphorus atomic size increasing a little bit more than when compared. This is about atomic size. And the third property, four properties we discussed. Fifth property I am going to explain here. Metallic nature or metallic character also you can say. Metallic character. Already I given nitrogen, phosphorus non-metals, arsenic, antimony metal halide, bismuth metal. So nitrogen to bismuth, metallic nature going to be increase. If they ask non-metallic character, decrease. So remember, nitrogen to bismuth, metallic character increases. Very easy property. Next, another property I am giving here, density. So another important property, density. So you know very well, nitrogen to bismuth, density going to be increase. Density going to be increase. Why density going to be increase means, you know very well, D equal to M by V formula. D equal to M by V means down the group mass increasing na, molar mass increasing. Molar mass increasing means density also increasing. See here, D and M are directly proportional. Mass increasing, density increasing. Volume increasing, density decreasing. Clear? Next, another property I am taking here, that is boiling point. Very important property, boiling point. To boil, you know very well, nitrogen to bismuth, boiling point going to be increase. BP going to be increase due to mass going to be increase. Mass increase. Molar mass increasing na? Down the group molar mass increasing. Molar mass increasing means you have to give more energy to boil. That's why you go for here. One small example I will show. Nitrogen boiling point very less. Nitrogen boiling point very less, 77 Kelvin. Next, same another property I am going to explain to you, that is melting point. Melting point. See here, another property I am giving to you, melting points. Melting point. So melting point, nitrogen to bismuth going to be increase. Melting point going to be increase. This is general trend. But when you go for in detail, melting point, a little bit variation is there. A little bit general trend, melting point going to be increase. But here a little bit of deviation is there. It is change a little bit this trend. Nitrogen to phosphorus increase and phosphorus to arsenic increase. Clear? Nitrogen to phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, it is increasing, as we know very well. We know very well. But if you go for bismuth, in the end, bismuth boiling melting point going to be decrease. Melting point going to be decrease. Clear? So here I am showing that nitrogen to phosphorus increase. Next, arsenic also increase. Next, stibbium decrease. Bismuth also decrease. So here stibbium to bismuth, a little bit change is there. What the reason means, when you go for down, lower oxidation state is more stable. Means bismuth giving 3 electrons only in the bonding. Due to involving of 3 valence electron, like here also, bismuth and stibbium having less melting point. This is actual order. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic increasing, stibbium to bismuth decreasing. So this is irregularity is there here. A little bit irregularity. Clear? That you have to remember. Irregular order. Another property, electronegativity. Very important property. Nitrogen to bismuth, electronegativity going to be decrease due to size increasing. See, electronegativity depend on the atomic size. Size less is there, more electronegativity. Size more is there, less electronegativity. Electronegativity inversely proportional to atomic size. Remember, electronegativity inversely proportional to atomic size. As size increasing, electronegativity decreasing. You know very well, nitrogen electronegativity 3.0 and phosphorus electronegativity phosphorus electronegativity nearly 2.1, and arsenic electronegativity 2.0, and we have here stibbium and bismuth having almost equal electronegativity 1.9. General trend is down the group decrease, but almost stibbium bismuth having same electronegativity. Clear? That you have to remember. Stibbium and bismuth having same electronegativity. And another trend we have electron affinity. So when we added electron, amount of energy is going to be released. Electron affinity also, nitrogen to bismuth going to be decrease. Nitrogen to bismuth electron affinity is going to be decrease. So we almost discussed main physical trends. But another important trend we have, that is ionization energy. What is that? Ionization energy, most important property. So another property, ionization energy or enthalpy or potential. So many different names we have. Ionization energy, enthalpy, potential. What is meant by ionization energy? The amount of energy required to remove an electron from isolated neutral gaseous atom. That we learned already. And IE value is very important for competitive concern. So a little bit more concentration you need here. Nitrogen to bismuth, IE value going to be decrease due to size going to be increase. And here the relation I am giving, IE is inversely proportional to atomic size. So as size increasing, IE value decreasing. Remember this formula, this relation, IE value inversely proportional to atomic size. Because that you know very well, R increasing, radius, IE value decreasing. R increasing, IE value decreasing. This is the trend. Generally, down the group, size going to be increase. You know very well. Size increasing means IE value decreasing. Clear? Size increasing means IE value decreasing. General trend, nitrogen decreasing, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. This is the trend, general trend. IE value going to be decreasing due to increasing in the size. But here IE values again we can categorize it as IE1 and IE2. If you are removing one electron from the outermost shell, that is we are calling IE1. You go for IE1 value for this group, normal trend only. Normal trend what we are going to be using, that only. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Size decreasing, IE value. Size increasing, IE value decreasing. But if you go for here IE2, second ionization energy, a little bit variation is there. IE2 showing little bit variation. For example, I am showing here other group elements. Other group elements. For example, you go for oxygen and nitrogen. Nitrogen is 15th group, oxygen is 16th group. You know nitrogen electronic configuration N 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. 2p3. And this you have 2p4. Am I right? Means this is half filled. Half filled. This is not half filled. So nitrogen is more stable than oxygen. Nitrogen is more stable than oxygen. If stability increasing, what happened? It is very difficult to remove electron from here. More energy you have to give. So oxygen is less than nitrogen. Oxygen is less than nitrogen. Clear? So if you are removing electron from nitrogen, you need more energy than oxygen. Nitrogen is required more. So this is IE1. But we are discussing about IE2. So after removing one electron, oxygen electronic configuration change into 2p3, where you are getting O plus. After removing one electron, nitrogen electronic configuration converting 2p3 to 2p2, N plus. Am I right now? O plus, N plus. Now the second electron we have to remove now. Now look here, 2p3 is more stable, 2p2 is less stable. Now if you want to remove another electron from here and from here, you need more energy, O plus, than N plus. So IE2 of oxygen more than nitrogen. IE1 is less than nitrogen, IE2 is more than nitrogen. Means ionization energy value depending on not only size, depending on the stability also. More the stability, more the IE value. Clear? So not only the size, but also depending on the stability, stable electronic configuration. So many terms are there. Not only stability, size, inert electronic configuration, octet configuration, together all I am saying with stability. More the stability, more will be the energy required to remove electron. That's why IE1 of oxygen less than nitrogen, but IE2 of oxygen is more than nitrogen. This is the IE value. Clear? Go for now another important property, that is oxidation state. Oxidation states. See, oxidation state in any group is very important. Almost chemical properties are depending on this oxidation state only. So due to having general electronic configuration NS2 NP3, so this group general electronic configuration NS2 NP3. So how many electrons availability are there? 5 electrons in valence availability. That's why general oxidation state is +3 and +5. So what is the general oxidation state of 15th group? +3 and +5. You go for here individually. Nitrogen and phosphorus. Nitrogen and phosphorus. These two elements are non-metals. One is gas, one is solid. Will show -3 oxidation state also. Negative oxidation state. Why means due to more electronegativity. When compare other elements having electronegativity a little bit more, that's why negative oxidation state also it will exhibit. Nitrogen here exhibiting number of different valencies, that is oxidation states. It will exhibit -3 to +5. No other element in this family. Nitrogen has here unique nature which can exhibit -3 to +5. And I am showing here now. See here -3, NH3, -3 oxidation state. N2H4 hydrazine, -2 oxidation state. Hydroxylamine NH2OH, -1, and N2 state 0. Am I right? NH3 ammonia -3, N2H4 hydrazine -2, hydroxylamine -1, nitrogen elementary form 0. And similarly +1, +2, +3, +4, +5 also. Go for +1. You know N2O, nitrous oxide, laughing gas, +1. And you know very well NO, nitric oxide, +2. And you know very well HNO2, nitrous acid, +3, and you know very well NO2, nitrogen dioxide, +4. You go for +5, HNO3, +5. And even it exhibit fraction oxidation state also. Fraction. You know very well hydrozoic acid. What is the formula hydrozoic acid? N3H. It will show -1/2. 1/3. NH3 alla, N3H. What is the name of this? N3H means hydrozoic acid. N3H. This hydrozoic acid, nitrogen oxidation state -1/3. So like this different oxidation state given by this nitrogen and no other element in this family. -3 to +5, even fraction also. Go for few more abnormalities in this family. I am going to show few more properties. Now go for here. This group can show +3 to +5 like that. Here nitrogen exhibiting +3, +5 and so on. But it can't form NCl5. But phosphorus can form PCl5. Nitrogen having +5 oxidation state, but it can't form pentahalides, but PCl can form pentahalides. Why? Because in nitrogen 1s2, 2s2, 2p3 means third shell not there. In phosphorus 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 3p3. 3p3 means torsional availability is there, means 3d 0. d orbitals availability is there, but here torsional not there now. d orbitals availability not there. That's why nitrogen, though it can exhibit +5 oxidation, it can't form NCl5, but phosphorus can form PCl5 due to availability of empty d orbital, where nitrogen can't. In nitrogen, d orbitals not there, but in phosphorus we have. Similarly, bismuth, you know very well, metal. Bismuth can stable at +3 than +5 due to inert pair effect. Inert pair effect, remember, very important for competitive concern. Bismuth is more stable than at +3 than +5. Generally higher oxidation state more stable, but bismuth is less stable. Means Bi +3 more stable than Bi +5. This you have to remember. Bi +3 is more stable. More stable due to inert pair effect. What is inert pair effect? You know general electronic configuration ns2 np3. Here this ns2 electrons in bismuth will not take part in the reaction. Not take part in bonding. Non-participation of ns2 electrons in the bonding is called inert pair effect. Due to this inert pair effect, bismuth is stable at +3 than +5. The only stable compound of bismuth at +5 is BiF5. Remember, this is the bismuth pentafluoride only stable, remaining not stable. This you have to remember. Only BiF5 is stable. Only BiF is. This is about oxidation state. Clear? And you know nitrogen, negative oxidation also it will exhibit. Nitrogen can form N-3, but phosphorus -3 with difficulty. Nitrogen can form easily -3 and phosphorus with difficulty. That is, we have here, for example, calcium phosphide. Because its d orbital availability is there, that's why it will show maximum oxidation state, not -3. And another you have to remember, arsenic, antimony, bismuth are there now. This can't form trinegative. Arsenic, antimony, bismuth can't form trinegative. It can't form trinegative ions. Only positive. Because arsenic, antimony metallides, bismuth is metal. Clear? And one more important factor you have to remember, nitrogen exhibiting different oxidation state now. From +1 to +5 in oxidation reaction, that is in chemical reaction, shows disproportionations. What it will show? Disproportionation. Nitrogen from +1 to +5 exhibiting disproportionation reaction. What is disproportionation? Look here, I am showing a disproportionation reaction. HNO2, you know, nitrous acid, in acid medium shows HNO3 plus water plus 2NO. See here oxidation state of nitrogen is +3. Here oxidation state +2. Here oxidation +5. Means one oxidation state only showing both oxidation and reduction. This is oxidation, this is reduction. That is we are calling disproportionation. This disproportionation will show +1 to +5 only, not in negative. Clear? Similarly, phosphorus also will show like that. So phosphorus also exhibiting similarly. Phosphorus also showing disproportionation reaction. Means one oxidation state only showing both oxidation and reduction. Clear? So this is oxidation state in trace. And you know one more property we have here, catenation property. Catenation means self-linking. Simply, same atoms self-linking. You know nitrogen having self-linking capacity. NH2 bond NH2, hydrazine. And similarly we have N-3. This is we are calling azide ion. What we are calling azide ion. See how NH3 will, that is azide ion will bond means, I am giving the structure here. 3 nitrogens, azide ion, bonded with double bonds, minus, and this is plus, this is minus. This is the structure. So self-linking. Similarly, here also nitrogen bonded, self-linking. You go for another one. We have here hydrozoic acid, N3H. Clear? This is N3H, hydrozoic acid, N3H, hydrozoic acid, and this is minus you are getting, and this is plus charge. You can show the lone pairs also, no problem. Lone pairs. See, hydrazine, azide ion, hydrozoic acid, these all exhibit self-linking. Same atoms are moving, bonding together. So nitrogen can exhibit catenation power. Similarly, phosphorus also. Phosphorus can make a ring type catenation and open chain. Both it will show. Ring type and chain type. You know ring type already very well. In your schooling also you learn phosphorus, P4 molecule, P4. You can draw here the structure of P4 molecule. This is here. This is now ring type now. This is ring type. Here one phosphorus, 4 phosphorus bonded with tetrahedrally. Open chain also it will show. So catenation property it will exhibit. So phosphorus has very high when compare nitrogen. So nitrogen less catenation power than phosphorus. What is the reason? Means due to low bond energy. Due to low bond energy. So due to having low bond energy, these are showing high. This is catenation property. And a little bit we will discuss the nature of bonding also. Nature of bonding. What type of bonds it will exhibit. What type of a little bit I will show and I will conclude properties. Bonding nature. See here, all +5 oxidation states are covalent. Remember, very important. And +3 is both ionic and covalent. +5 is covalent, +3 is both ionic and covalent. Clear? Generally, nitrogen and phosphorus exhibiting covalent compounds because these are non-metals. Arsenic and antimony showing both covalent and ionic because metalloids, and bismuth showing completely ionic nature, means ionic compounds it will form. This you have to remember. So these are the trends in nitrogen family with respective physical. So in next video I am going to explain chemical properties trends in group 1 in 15th nitrogen family. So P block 15th element we are calling nitrogen family, and P block means in which last electron entering into p section, and nitrogen family picogens or nicogens, suffocation, difficult to breathe, and family members you know, and these the trends I given in detail to you. If still you have any difficulty, make a comment, I will make video. Thank you.